just got home, gonna shower and stuff, and I also found these in Tesco. Blue Spark, baby, sugar free. So that is what I'm gonna be drinking today. How professional is this podcast? At this point, I don't even taste it. Alright. Wow, check that out. I really sweetened the deal for you guys. Alright, so, very important. I have a list of things that I deemed appropriate, or interesting at least. Camera's quite low. Well, no, camera's quite high, sorry. Anyway, this is an audio podcast. You don't need to see nothing. Alright. I'm talking about things that have made me angry in video games. I gotta turn this lower because I don't look beautiful enough, yeah. Oh yeah, get a bit of that man meat, you know what I'm saying? Alright, so, what makes me angry in video games? Now, I'm a big fan of DayZ, right? DayZ Standalone, which is like a really janky piece of shit video game. But the core mechanics, they got me, man. Like, you could be anywhere on this huge island, right? In Russia as well, so you can't read any of the signs. You don't know what the hell's going on. Pardon me. It is a crazy experience for anyone who's getting into that game. And you can get killed at any time. There's no safe zones. There's nothing like that. And so you could be like just walking through the woods randomly. Like you just decided to go right through these trees. And the next thing you know, you spend the next 40 minutes running through trees, starving to death. And bam, you meet this other guy who just happens to be there. And then he can shoot you. Or if he sees you first and he thinks that you look dodge, he'll shoot you. And so that game really got my... that really was big on my radar. For a long time, that was quite the game to play. I would sit there, I'd go to work, I would go to college, and I would just dream about it. In fact, I even did a presentation once on, on DayZ at school. I was like, you know, this and this and this, and at college, they're like, I think I was talking about the mechanics of the game, because I was supposed to speak about something, and I spoke about DayZ. So, you know, that's how involved I was. Anyway, what was it? I've forgotten the thingy. Okay, so, sorry, I definitely feel the first blue spark kicking in. And I thought to myself, wow, nothing's happened, so I have another one. It turns out blue sparks work. Even though they're small, they do the job. Yeah, I can't taste it. Oh. There you go. Okay, so this game, I'm not gonna lie, it was a lesson on humidity, right? Not humidity as in humid. Humanity? I don't know what the word is, but the word is, this game bent you over, and it just kept coming, and there was nothing you could do about it. I've got this video on YouTube of my friend Borrell, who I met playing the game. And we were all, you know, together as a little group, and we were traveling around. And Borrell decided to run down some stairs, and the game was like, oh, you broke your legs, oh, you're dead, instantly. So it went from everything being okay to Borrell being like, fuck, I broke my legs. And then we were all like, what? And then we run back to where he was in this little barn, and we just see a dead Borrell lying on the ground, all crippled and dead. And he had to like run like 40 minutes to get back to us. But in a game that fucks you, like DayZ fucks you, you can't be angry, you know? You have, you lose your gun, you carry your gun, and you stop to eat a can of beans, and you keep going, and then the gun glitches out of your hand, and then it's all the way back where the beans were, or something like that. And you can die at any second. So it's like you could be doing whatever you want to do. You're having a time of your life, and you get shot in the face, and you're dead, and like that's it. So some people experience that, and they get pissed off. And when they get pissed off, they then don't take chances. When they meet other players, they kill them first. You know, it's like natural instincts. It's like if you get wrecked, then you have a gun, then you wreck the other guy to feel better or something. I don't know exactly what's going on, but that's like the cycle, right? And all the plebs fall through that cycle. They don't have, they don't take that risk of losing their gear or whatever, and so they just keep. Oh my god, this is so off the topic. Listen, this is me rambling, right? Get freaking used to it, because this is if you anyway. I'll be quiet. Sorry. So it's in a cycle, and then what happens is you get a lot of KOS, which is kill on sight, right? So as soon as this little kid sees you, and he's like, oh shit, I got 2 cans of beans, I'm not going to let this guy fucking shoot me first. So then he, and then you're dead, and then it's like, oh wow, you know, that sucks for you. And of course, then he gets killed by the next guy that sees him first, and it's just an endless cycle of murder, right? But I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to contribute to that. So the entire time I played DayZ, I would play in this gang called the Turtle Gang. Turtle Club? Turtle Gang? I think it's Turtle Gang. It's been a while, sorry. Turtle Gang. Definitely Turtle Gang. Turtle Club, what the hell is that? So basically what we wanted to do is we thought, okay, give us a cute ass animal that no one would shoot in the face, you know? And someone already took Rabbit Gang. Yes, and the people eat rabbits and stuff, and they freaked up. But if you imagine a cute little rabbit, right? You know, just hopping around, eating carrots and stuff, your first instinct should not be to blast it in the face. And that is what we're trying to go for. But Rabbit Gang was taken, so we took Turtle Gang. Right? Turtle Club? I don't, you know what? Give me a second. I've got it saved. Oh, I just opened Teams. Oops. I don't even use Teams. I should probably uninstall Teams. So, it's Turtle Gang. No, it's definitely Turtle Gang. Oh no. Turtle Clan. It's Turtle Clan. Not gang, not club. Turtle Clan. And we played in Turtle Clan the entire time. Oh, it's still trying to open Teams. Teams, go away. Okay, so we're like, oh yeah, you know, the whole idea behind this group was that we wouldn't contribute to the KOS. We would try and talk to guys. If they shot first, obviously, then we'd try and shoot them back. But we weren't hostile first. And yeah, we scared a couple people. A couple people like got, you know, freaking, they freaked out and they started shooting and stuff. But if you just talk to people, I'm not going to say anymore. The game's changed too much now, unfortunately. But back in, this is all alpha stages of, alpha and beta stages of the development of DayZ Standalone. Shit was wild, you know. I remember once, God, Jesus Christ. Okay, so, things that I got angry at, right? So you can't get angry at DayZ, because DayZ is made to fuck you up. Alright, so, things that get me really angry is, I just wanted to say that, the most outbursts I've ever had were at close friends and you know, real life friends that I play games with. And I like to think it's because I expect too much of them, you know? I see little Stefan running around, you know, he happens to be carrying this vital part of whatever we're doing in the game, and he'll drop it, or he'll do something with it that I just consider to be foolish. And it will boil my blood, and I will say horrible things to him, and afterwards I will apologize. But my number one go-to, the angriest thing in video games are my friends. And that's not healthy. And I want to be the guy that gets angry with his friends, but then doesn't lash out. Doesn't say horrible things like, Stefan, you fucking retard. Okay, I don't want to say that. That's not cool. Also, he's my friend. I love this guy. Why would I say that to him? You know, he never deserves that. Except sometimes I feel like he does. You know, and that's the problem. Okay, so... so, yes, I do apologize, Stefan. And other people I play with. I have been known to get a little bit... You know, it's mostly with Stefan, though. I'm not gonna lie. Fucking Stefan. You know what happens? Because we've realized what happens to Stefan, right? If he's not interested in the game, then he'll joke around. Because that's how he finds fun in it, right? The problem is, when we play in games, some of the games we play are quite serious. Like GTFO, right? It's it literally stands for get the fuck out, right? It's you get dropped into this thing, and there's creatures all around you that if you alert one, they alert the rest of them, and the whole, you know, group comes at you. And you got like a tiny pea shooter that can shoot like 3 or 4 of those guys max, and there's about 15 coming at you. So that game, obviously, you know, you're supposed to be really stealthy, you're supposed to be sneaking around, and then he'll just run or he'll shoot something because he's bored. And then, and me and other guys playing are so serious about it that it turns him off. He's like, I want to be serious, you know. And so we have that clash with him being having fun, which is not what we do when we play games, and us trying to be serious and trying to walk the line, you know, the fine line, trying to be optimal, trying to be as what's the word I'm looking for? Yeah, as not time effective, but as proficient as we can be. You know, we'll go to A, then we'll go to B, then we'll go to C, because in that row and stuff like that. And what we'll do is we'll carry this to there. Blah, blah, blah. That's us, right? Like, oh God, don't shoot. You know, sneak around instead. And Stefan's like, pew 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 pew, pew 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 pew, and he fucks everything up. All right. So yeah, okay, that is a minor clash that we have. But now we've realized that, and so what I do is I sit there, and if I'm playing a game seriously, like I'm trying to win it or something like that, and then he'll do something, right? I see that. And like we were playing the Back 4 Blood beta, right, which is this like Left 4 Dead style game where 4 guys would run through this campaign, like objectives and stuff, and there'll be zombies and stuff and crazy things that happen from A to B, and so that you survive at the end if you get to the end. So we'll be playing that, right? And one of the mechanics that I tried to tell him about is don't shoot the crows, or don't go anywhere near the crows. Sorry. So there's these birds that loiter in the zombie apocalypse, picking dead bodies or whatever they do, you know, being gross. I think they're all crows as well. And what will happen is if you get too close to them, or you shoot near them or something like that, then they squawk and they fly away. But when they squawk, the zombies nearby hear it and they come at you. And so I pinged the birds. In this game you can ping with Q, so you can say, hey, listen, you know, it highlights the object you're pinging. It says like, you know, watch out for that, or here's bullets, something like that, you know. So I ping the birds, which says, my character says, oh, birds here, watch out, you know, don't make a noise. And then I watched Stefan shoot the birds. And I thought maybe he just didn't understand the mechanics of the game. You know, I let that one slide, and we died, because the horde came and we couldn't fight it off, and we all died. So we restarted. And I took that on the chin, and I marked the birds again. And the birds were to the right, and the way forward was to the left. So we drop off this rooftop, we hit the ground, there's a little bit of farms and stuff on the right. Hold on. I'm looking at myself, and I'm thinking left, and my brain's pointing right because of the camera, and I haven't flipped it, so I have no idea what's going on. I'm just going to talk, okay, screw the camera, alright, but the objective is left, and I watch him drop right, and then he looks right, which is where the birds are. And I watch this little guy, I watched him, alright, I was watching his little character in the game, and I watched him look at the birds. He had a red dot sight that he had on his gun. I just thought we bought them in the safe house before we dropped down, and I watched him look at the birds. Right, the little laser light was on the birds, and I was like, he's gonna fucking shoot the birds. And then the laser light slides over to the zombie's head, and then he pops the zombie, pops in the second zombie, and then I watch this character. I watch him, right, like a hawk. And I watch him slide past the birds, turning around, and then he runs past me, and I'm like, oh, Jesus Christ. I had him dead to rights. If he fucking shot those birds that time, But he didn't. So good job, Stefan. I appreciate that. Um, I don't want to get into Back for Blood too much, but I don't know if it's worth 60 quid. So if you're going to invest, just watch out for that. I will say that they took a lot of things from Left 4 Dead and then they monetized them, or at least didn't make them as accessible. So that's cheeky. But then again, how do you make money these days? No, fuck them. Fuck them. Fuck Turtle Rock. Those are the developers. Their game is beautiful, but they monetize it into the dirt. And I guarantee that's what's going to happen to Sport War game. Anyway, sorry. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, so. Stefan. Stefan boils my blood. Other things? Yeah, maybe. But, mainly Stefan. Alright, so there we go. Then, when I was addicted to Dota, which is Defense of the Ancients, another video game. All of these are video games, right, guys? I don't get out. I don't do anything. I know what you expected me to say. Look at my fucking desk. Right? This is a video gamer's desk. This is a video game stuff. There's nothing here that says I get out and you know, socialize. So don't get too excited. So I was addicted to Dota, which is like if you can imagine like a chess game, where all the little characters in the chess game are controlled by different people. So you know, one person will be the pawns, one person will be the king, and another one will be the queen, and so on. So everyone has like a role, right? That's what I'm trying to get to. Everyone has this role in this game, and then it's one team of 5 dudes fighting another team of 5 dudes who all control their own little roles and stuff. And you can you can get things like where the entire team pick bishops because they think that that's a good setup. But what happens there is there's no pawns, and they can't. You know, there's reasons why there's pawns. I can't tell you in chess why there's pawns and why everyone's not a bishop. I can't tell you in chess. But in Dota, there's 5 dudes and 3 lanes. Thank God, right? Which means 2 dudes are going to have to share a lane with someone else. And one guy gets a lane to himself. And in this lane, that's where you get the money and whatever, and the experience. So to share a lane, if you guys are both competitive over the money and the experience, then both of you are going to have stunted growth compared to the other guys on the other team. If he's alone, he gets like double the growth and everything like that, and XP and money that you guys aren't getting because you're sharing it, and he's getting it. He's like sucking all up himself. So then he gets a higher level faster. Anyway, geez Louise, this is not it's not a freaking technical manual here. The issue with that is if everyone picks a prawn character and they don't. I'm just going to throw you in the deep end, okay? There's different roles in this game. Some are carries, some are tanks, some are junglers and whatever, and then you get the characters that I play, which is a support character. Now, a support character is supposed to just sit there and look after the other character that's in his lane. So there'll be 2 dudes in a lane. I'm always with 2 dudes because I'm always supporting someone else, right? And this person I support gets all the farm, gets all the last hits, and I try my best to keep him safe and the enemies as far away as possible, right? That's my role. And I appreciate that role because everyone wants to win, this is a quote, but no one wants to play the support. So I feel justified, and I feel when I play support, and I play support in almost all the games I play, because I like to be helpful. That's probably the wrong thing, although it is kind of true. I like to, because that's what a team needs. A team needs someone to support. They need someone to do the lame things so that everyone else can. I don't know if I'm explaining this very well. Anyway, the thing that boils my blood, besides my friends, is the fact that when I play the game, when I play Dota, right, you get this planning phase. In the planning phase, I will paste in the chat, I will support smiley face. And I copy and paste that. So every single game, I just slap Control V, which is Control Paste. I hit enter. Sorry. I'll hit enter so that everyone in the lobby on my team knows, oh, Ben the IT guy says he would like to support. That's great, you know, because no one wants to really support. That's the mentality I take. However, I also believe that support players are beta males, right? They're not fucking alphas. If you wanted to be an alpha, you would be the guy that goes out there and fucks the other team up. But as a support, you're just that guy's little bitch, right? And so I've taken that mental stance of being a little bitch, so I'm cool with that, right? So the problem is, when I say that, but the other 4 dudes on my team, so there's me and then there's the 4 other dudes, when they all pick support as well. And you get games that happen like that because when you're playing Dota, I play single player, so I'm not in a team. So I go and I queue for a game, and it puts me with 5 guys per team, so it puts me with 9 random players online. They could be in teams, they could not be in teams. And if you get like 1 out of 50, 60 matches, you'll get one where everyone that was queuing, on my team at least, planned on playing a support. So, and no one's comfortable, because everyone's a little beta cuck. No one is comfortable playing the guy that's supposed to get all the kills, the guy that's supposed to, you know, no one's willing to change to be the thing the team needs. And because I claim it, I like to think I claim it, right? Because I claim it and say, listen, I'm going to be the support. First thing, I expect the communication with the rest of my teammates to not pick support. Because I'm the support, right? I've claimed it, right? Fuck you. If you ever pick support after I wrote that, fuck you. So then they all like, oh, cool, he's playing support. Sometimes they see that and they say, oh, thanks, Ben, or whatever, you know, that's cool. And they also say, oh, you know, my printer's not working. Because Ben, the IT guy, obviously comes with some baggage, emotional baggage with that. But that's fine, I'm cool with that. So when the kid, oh, sorry, Jesus, I'm just going to get to the point, okay? I'm so sorry. Everyone picks support, which means we're all pawns. We don't have, and we're all supportive of what is supposed to be the carry or something like that, but there's no carry. So therefore, we have no longevity in this game. We're gonna have like stunted growth for everyone instead of just having that 1 or 2 dedicated guys that get all the farm. It's gonna be like absolute chaos, and then we won't have powerful heroes that can, powerful chess pieces that can kill the other team. We'll just be pawns, and we'll all be useless. And it's like, that hurts my feelings the most. Especially because what I do is, I say I'm going to be support. I put my little character down as a support, but I don't pick yet. I wait for the last minute to pick. Because I can see what my team picks. And I can then choose a hero, because in Dota it's not just pawns, but you have like a whole genre of pawns with like 15 or 16 different guys you can pick to fulfill the role of the support, the role of the pawn. So I choose the best one that synergizes with the guy that's supposed to be in my lane, the guy that I'm supporting, right? So if a combo that I like to play is if one of the guys picks, the purple dude, Void, right? He picks Void, and his ultimate is to stop time in a cute little bubble. So what he does is he jumps on the bad guys, stops time, then he beats the shit out of them while they can't do anything. They're literally frozen in time. And then what I'll do is I'll play the other purple guy called the Witch Doctor, and his ultimate ability is to put down a turret that will shoot these other little kids. It's actually a totem, which is like cursing them or something along those lines. So I'll put that outside the bubble. The totem's range will get into the bubble, see the dude who's there, and then start shooting him. And there's nothing you can do about it. So he's getting shot by my ultimate, which is quite powerful, and he's getting beaten the shit out of by this guy, this big purple muscular dude with a freaking mace, right? So that guy's pretty much dead, right? And then that's it. Then once that expires, then the other guy, if there's more, anyway, that's the strategy. That's the combo wombo. You want a combo wombo so you can pull off that and get that advantage in the game of chess. Dota. So, when everyone picks support, you can't have that combo. Well, you can try, but it's like... Anyway, there's been a couple of games where I've, you know, told people I'll be support. Everyone picks support, and they tell me to be carry, and I can't do it. And then I rage, and I'll call them cunts. I'll say fuck you, you know, da 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 da, and then I'll apologize within a minute or two. All the rage is out, and I'll apologize. But no one needs to endure that level of abuse, you know. But I think coordination and teamwork is very important for that kind of stuff. And if they're not willing to, ooh, maybe it's me not willing to play as the carry role. I've tried a few times, but it's definitely not my cup of tea. And I can't pull off any cool combos. Anyway, so yeah, that makes me look bad now. Jesus Christ, that makes me look awful. All right, well, you know what? That's just life, all right? Not all the time I'm picking last, but when I do, they do expect me to be support because there's no one else playing support. I mean, oh Jesus, I don't know what I'm saying. Anyway, that pissed me off. Poor little friends when I rage with them. That's in gaming terms, but I don't like scammers. I don't like people that target old people either, or illiterate people, you know, people who aren't technologically aware. I don't know what the right term is for that. Untechnified. I don't appreciate that at all. That makes me feel really upset. And I've had some experiences with that, and that hurt my feelings. But back in the day when I was playing Team Fortress 2, and there was lots of trading and stuff like that involved in that game, it was like the game itself was 50% of the experience, and then trading with items and hats and stuff like that was the other 50%. And I've been scammed a few times like that. Like that sucks. But I firmly believe that in Team Fortress, in that kind of environment, you have to get scammed to learn, and then you know you avoid the scams from then on. But you gotta, if anything new comes, you're gonna get hit by it, and then you're gonna have to learn from that. You know, I've been scammed at least 6-7 times playing that game. I've been told it's very similar to RuneScape. RuneScape scams. Pardon me. But there's one that I remember was there was like only 3 or 4 dudes playing on the server, and the one guy said that he would give me something, and I was like, well, I'll trade you for this or whatever, and we made this little plan, and then he said, hey, do you want this as well? So he had asked me to get him so I don't know if you've ever heard about the Humble Bundle. It's a little bundle online. It's a charity thing. Sorry if I peeked the mic there. It's like a charity thing where you pay money for a little batch of games or whatever, and you could change how much money you want to give to the charity and stuff, and how much you want to give to other organizations. And normally you can get like the cheapest one is about $1 is, you know, about 2 or 3 games, and if you go to the higher, you know, parts of the higher like stages of this bundle, you can get like 6-7 games, you know, really nice games as well sometimes. And so the guy was like, hey, listen, I'll trade you this item for the Humble Bundle key thing, right? And I was quite big on Humble Bundle at the time, so I was fully aware, you know, how to do that and everything like that. So I was like, yeah, sure, you know, I've got money. So what he did was, we were obviously very cautious because there was nothing I could give him in exchange, you know, for what was going on with this transaction. So it was like, he was doing it on a promise. He would give me an item, then I would just happen to promise that I'd give him the key afterwards. That's what we kind of agreed on. Normally you could get a middleman to do something like that, but I was very young and I didn't do that at the time. So what he did was, I got him the key, he traded me the item, I gave him the key, and then he told me the key didn't work, and I felt bad. So I traded him the items back while I waited for my ticket that I sent through to support to try and see what was going on with the key, right? And so I waited, and this was on like a Friday night, and on a Monday morning or something like that, I got a response back from the Humble Bundle, and they were like, hey, this key's been activated. And I was like, oh, okay, by, you know, where and by who? And I just bought it. And then the lady was like, well, it was activated on Friday night at 8, which is when I traded this guy. And I was like, oh, I didn't click it at the time. I thought that was really strange. You know, I wonder what happened. And this guy fucking pulled a fast one on me. He was all like, "Hey, here's the item." Yeah, you know, and I gave him the key. He activated the key. He told me it didn't work, and then I was. He didn't even ask for the stuff back, but I got like, I was a bad businessman if I didn't like emotionally support his claim or whatever. I don't know. I just felt like I was too giving or something like that, and so I was like, "Oh, dude, you know, don't worry about it yet. Have the item back. I'll work on it, see if I can get it fixed, and then we'll do the trade later." And he was like, "Oh, that's cool." So he fucking took my CD, took my key, activated it, and then took the items back as well, and then ran away. And fuck that guy. But that's something that you have to learn. Like, you know, how does a little kid learn about the world of business if he hasn't been scammed once or twice on shitty little video games? You know, and that makes me think of another thing, which is a few years ago there was a large debate. There was a very small conversation where the movie Watership Down was traumatizing or not. And so I was like, "Whoa, what the hell is Watership Down?" You know, because I think what happened is the BBC played it on Easter for kids, and all the little kids like ran to their parents like, "Oh, what the fuck?" Oh. Well, they wouldn't say that, but they were all crying and stuff, and the parents like, "Whoa, what happened?" And they're like, "The buddy died," oh. And I was like, "Whoa," you know. And so I was like, "Well, I'm not doing anything after work. I'll review the movie. I'll see if it's traumatizing." And I watched this movie as like a 22-year-old adult. I watched this movie, adult, and I got traumatized. But at the time, I was like, "Nah, it's fine." And I commented on Facebook, and I told the people that asked me about it, 'cause I told them everyone that obviously I was gonna go do a review and stuff, and they were like, "Oh man, this movie, I was like, oh, this movie's not bad, you know." And my thought behind that was, kids, like it was a little bit dodgy, but I thought to myself that kids have to experience something like that to grow, right? Which is I don't know, because I spent my entire life not like afterwards like not trying to put myself in an uncomfortable situation, but truly that is how you grow. But anyway, something. And the fact that I think about that movie years later shows that that movie traumatized me. You know, those little rabbits, they got fricked up, and that movie was not cool. And they did a remake of it for some reason. And I watched YouTuber Steve Reviews. He's this cute little cartoon guy that reviews stuff. Obviously, he's not really a cartoon, but he's got like a little cartoon persona. And he covered the Watership Down remake, and it's just a piece of shit. I don't know what. I think it was the BBC. I don't know what they thought. You know, the old movie was vicious and violent and whatnot, and to tame it up instead of just making something that's cuter and safer, I don't know. I don't know what their intention was, but yeah, BBC. I don't know what you're doing, homie. All right, better calm down. Make better movies, or invest in better movies. But yeah, that movie was definitely traumatizing, and I would not recommend it to any children, at all. Yeah, but I don't know. It's like I was very sheltered when I was younger as well. So I don't know. Well, I say that, right? Now, I don't know if that's true, but I like to think I was sheltered. So therefore, am I sheltered? I don't know. I do remember being in high school, and I saw two people kissing, and I was just absolutely disgusted. I was like, oh my god, someone get the principal. These kids need to be removed from each other, separated, you know? And that was at like, I don't know, 15? So, like, in the UK culture, like, that is, like, people freaking each other at 13. So, I don't want to, like, I was never a part of that, right? And in high school, in the first year of high school that I went to, I made good friends with this guy. And he was the shortest guy in the whole year, and I was one of the tallest guys in the whole year. So we walked around like this height difference, right? No, more than this, but it was like I would look down to see him, and he would look up to see me, and we would just walk around together the whole time. But this this guy, he scared the shit out of me because he was just puberty hit him hard, right? Puberty hit him hard, and every single day he would talk about titty fucking. All right, he would talk about titties, and it scared me. I was like, whoa, damn, dude. And I don't want to name and shame. I named and shamed Stefan, but he knew this was coming because I freaking told him about it. But this other guy, I've never named and shamed him. I have named and shamed you on other occasions, but not right now, homie. 3-letter homie. 3-letter named homie. Wait, actually, no. I can't even spell. It better be a Y. 5-letter homie. That starts with a T. Anyway, this guy scared me. And I looked at myself, and I looked at, like, sexual drive and stuff, and I was like, nah, if this is going to turn me into that, I'm just going to ignore most of it. And I tried my best to repress, like, that kind of stuff. Obviously, you can't repress everything, but I was like super religious with me not going out and exposing myself to that kind of stuff. I just stayed inside and played computer games. And later in life, that became a big deal. But that was like at 22. So yeah, I was a late bloomer. All right, I was a late bloomer. What was the point of the story? I don't even remember. Oh my god. Jeez Louise. Energy drinks. That's something. Alright. Let me check my list of things to talk about. Have I ever been cyberbullied? No, I've never been cyberbullied. However, I've been scammed a few times. Don't know if that counts as cyberbullying or more of a extreme learning environment. There's one on here that I think would make a funny title, but I don't know if really it's appropriate. I have dropped swear words and stuff before because it's a podcast, but this is Jesus cockblocked me, and I would like to talk about it, but I do think it's a little bit too personal, but I do like the idea of naming this episode that. Oh, all right. I got one more thing. My little brother, he rages when he plays his video games sometimes, and a long time ago, he was just really big on Siege and stuff like that, and you would just hear him smashing his desk. Obviously, had a bad result in a game or something like that. And or in Counter-Strike, and I think he's grown out of it now, but it was definitely a phase that wasn't very good, and the most here's a good example to shit all over poor little Stefan. Stefan, oh my god, dude, I love you so much. I'm sorry, man. We were playing a game called Risk of Rain 2 together, which is like it's a roguelite. Yeah. So you start the game and you grab items and you kill creatures and whatever, and the items make you more and more powerful until eventually you die, and then you get reset, right? You start again with nothing, and you get items and so it's like a bit of random factor, a bit of stuff like that, and to unlock another character or a character unique ability that you could only get by doing this like challenge, right? And the challenge was to play the game over the course, I think it was like 30 stages. So there's about 6 levels, and then you get optional to either fight the boss or to leave or to complete an artifact run. Now I'll leave that up to you to figure out, but the idea was you had to do 30 stages, and so every 6 it would loop, right? So my little brother and I he had tried last night, the night before, for about 2 hours or something like that. He was playing the game to try and get a level 30 run, and he died at level 25. So me and my brother were gonna try and hit this. We were trying to hit level 30, stage 30, so that he could unlock this achievement and he could have I think it was like a unique ability for one of the characters in the game. And we invited Stefan to join us, and he was like, "Yeah, sure." And we told him what we were going to get into, so I think he had that understanding of what we were doing. And we gamed together. This was it's a long session. To get to the boss, it's 6 levels. You know, if you really going at it, it could take about maybe 40 minutes. So we sat there and we did the session, and we did the first 40 minutes, and we hit the button to loop. So after on the 6th stage, after the 6th stage, you go to like this temporary holding area where it lets you choose either walk through a portal to end it, hit a button to reset it, and I forgot. And yeah, so there was 2 options in this stage, right? Go through the portal, which then finishes the game. No, that resets it, or hit this button, right? Which then ends the game and ends the run, and you can look at your score and stuff like that. And we done the run once, and it was about 40 minutes in, and we did it again, and it was about 2 hours in, right? Because it's getting harder and harder each time. Because the longer you spend in this game, the harder the enemies get, and the more buff they get. But also, you are constantly getting upgrades and stuff, and new weapons and whatnot from all these drops and power-ups. So you are on par with the enemies. However, if you don't collect enough stuff, if you don't have enough, like weapons and power-ups, then obviously they get higher than you, and then you have a bad time. So it's like a constant struggle with that. And that's like how the game's balanced, really. And we've been running for like 2 hours, right? And it's getting sweaty. And we make it to around 20, 25 or something like that in again, right? And my brother died at 25 last time. And we make it to, I think it's like 28 or 29. We're like a few levels off, a few stages off, getting the 30 stages in one run achievement thing. The challenge that my little brother was trying to unlock. And well, it has been a session. Like, I'm sweating. Like, it's like that sweaty, you know what I'm saying? And every single match is getting crazier and crazier. Like, the chances of dying is getting higher and higher, because the enemies are getting stronger and stronger. And we're really fighting for our lives, really. And we make it past stage 6, so we get to that optional room. And Stefan runs ahead in front of us, right? He runs ahead in front of us. Normally, we would be in front of him, but he runs ahead in front of us. And we tell him not to push the button. And to, obviously run through the portal to then loop it, so that we can do the last 2 or 3 stages, and then we can finally get the achievement, and then log off. And he pushes the button. And yeah, I was upset, and I called him names and stuff. But my little brother, because he was too nice, he didn't know Stefan like that, so it was inappropriate for him to call Stefan a big fat arsehole. So instead, he just went quiet. And I could feel him seething in hatred. And we're in Discord together. And so like 2 hours of his life last night trying to get this thing done. And then like 2.5 hours of his life tonight trying to get this thing done. And Stefan pushed the button that ended it all. Like 2 or 3 stages away from victory, And he was just quiet in Discord. He was there for like 5 minutes afterwards. And then he disconnected without saying a single thing. And I was speaking to Stefan, and he said that he was so done with the game, like he's been playing for like 2.5 hours. He probably didn't expect it to be that long. That he was like pooped. And when we said don't push the button, he just heard button. So he slapped that son of a bitch, and it ended the run. But like, he knew that my little brother was traumatized, and so what he did was he bought him a game to say sorry, and I sent it through to my little brother, and my little brother, I think he came back the next day and stuff, and he said, oh thank you very much, and then you apologized and stuff like that. But it was that was one of the wildest times I had seen my little brother get upset, and like he didn't smash the keyboard, he didn't do anything like that. This was internalized rage, which is good because this is what DayZ teaches you. It teaches you to internalize the rage, because you can't slap your keyboard every single time something horrible happens in DayZ, because unfortunately you would have no keyboard. Yeah. That was something. I just wanted to sum it up by saying that this is off topic entirely, but I've never played a game of Rust that didn't end horribly. So, yeah, it's like the things that attracted me to DayZ are also present in Rust, that you can get killed at any time, whatever. But I found that Rust is more about base building and stuff like that. So you would have your little stash or your little thing, and you would want to protect that from other people. And that never appealed to me. Sorry, to hoard wealth. I don't think that was my style, and so I've had a couple of experiences in Rust, but I mean, one of the first times I played it, me and my little brother, we finally met up together, and we were trying to play this game, and he knew a little bit more about it than I did, and we were looking for a place to start a house, and this guy kept killing us. Like, there's a couple guys that just kept shooting at us and stuff, and they had guns, and we were just naked running around with sticks and stuff, and we found this house. And then all of a sudden we heard shooting from like over the hill. So we all hid, right? We hid in somewhere. The house was not finished. It was a platform and then like one wall and like three things of a roof, right? It's little square blocks. Like, and there's this guy who was sleeping in the house. So he had obviously made the house and then logged off before it was finished. And so when you log off in this game, your character sleeps. So he was sleeping in his house that he had partially built. And we were hiding in the house. Because we saw like there was a gunman coming, well, obviously a murderer or whatever. So we were hiding in this house, and the guy comes in, and he looks around, right, and he sees the sleeping dude, so he kills him. And then he doesn't find us, so he just moves on, and he keeps going, and we can hear shooting far away, so he's like far enough away that we feel safe. So then we go back to this house, and we think, whoa, this guy's dead now. We can have the house. We'll build walls and stuff, and then if the guy comes back, then he won't be able to get in, so we'll be safe. So we take this guy's house, and we add the walls that we needed to build it. It took us like 2 hours to finish off all the walls and get the roof on and whatnot. So it was relatively safe. And we put a little door on it, and we put a cute little lock on it, And at this point, we've been playing for quite some time, and it's evening now in the game. Right, and it's also evening in real life as well, and so these guys come. We can see them from out of nowhere. There's 3 or 4 guys with little torches, and I can see them carrying guns and stuff. And I think they're speaking like German / like Russian, or it was broken English. And they come to my house, or the house, and they just start saying like, "You guys stole this house. You've killed me." Or you killed my friend or whatever, give us the house back or whatever, And then they start slowly pickaxing the door, right? So they're trying to break in the door, and it's going to take a while because they don't have explosives or anything like that, which is what you normally use to get through doors, or the most efficient route to get through doors. So I'm trying to explain to them that a gunman had killed this dude. Well, he was logged off, and then I think he logged back on, got his homies all together, and then they came back to his house, and obviously then they saw us bullying it, and they were like, whoa, this guy killed us, So I was trying to explain the predicament to these guys. However, they weren't having any of it, and also they were convinced that we were the murderers, you know. And even if we weren't, I don't think I was trying to be friendly. I was taking the Daisy Turtle Clan mentality to this, and these guys they were out to eat ass, right? And it was just a horrible experience. I was trying my best to talk to them, to smooth it down, calm them over, you know. But they were out to eat ass, and they weren't gonna stop, you know. And my little brother and I had spent the last 2 or 3 hours of our lives building this house in this game, and they were gonna just brutalize us. And I was like, oh my god, what are we gonna do? So we thought to ourselves, okay, we gotta fight. So we managed to craft this little pistol and like one bullet. That's all we had. And I was too chicken shit. I was too scared that I would like miss, because like it's nighttime, right? I can't see them, and I was like crazy, and I was like, I'm gonna miss. So I gave the gun to my little brother. And I believe he took a shot and missed when they broke in, and then we just got massacred. Like we got slaughtered. I liked. This is the closest I've ever been to like the online manifestation of rape was in Rust. And it's happened multiple times. So I am not big on Rust. But yeah, we got raped. We got absolutely raped. And there was nothing we could do about it. We were just two naked dudes that had spent hours building this beautiful thing, and it got taken away. And that was traumatizing. And I suppose that is the game. But it didn't float my boat. It didn't float my boat one bit. I literally bought the game with the intention of killing zombies. So when I bought it, there were zombies in the game. And I knew there was PvP as well, where people would fight each other. But I wanted to dedicate my playthrough to killing zombies, like in DayZ. Just killing zombies and telling everyone that, you know, to roleplay as a zombie killer or whatever. So I was trying to make the place a safer area or whatever. And like a week after I bought it, they removed zombies. So I was like, nice. Like the whole purpose of me playing this game now is gone. You know, that was my whole intention. Anyway, so Rust never really floats my boat. It's too hardcore for me. It's like the difference between Rust and DayZ, I think, is that in DayZ you can live your entire life with a backpack and on the road, you know. And I think that is, for me, the optimal strategy. I don't like hoarding. I don't like I can understand making stashes and stuff, but not to the extent of Rust. Pardon me. Yeah, so Rust never floated my boat. But I've spoken for what, like 52 minutes now. I was supposed to speak for 30 minutes, so I do apologize. But that's it. Alright, au revoir. Au revoir.